In the garden, mind you, another blowout. This is unacceptable if you want to be a contender. I know the Celtics are good, but they cannot blow you outside that. And that's a game that Kristaps Porzingis isn't even playing. The Knicks just lied to the whole world that they could be actual contenders in the East. Because what we are seeing recently, this is not it at all. My name is Slybo. I'm joined by Teddy for another episode on the PutBack show. And on this episode, we'll be discussing the New York Knicks. Sure. Now, backtrack a little bit. The New York Knicks, last season, the postseason didn't go as planned because they had a lot of injuries, but you felt like the potential was there after getting that Mikal Bridges trade going. But we knew offensively it was not enough. This season, right from the offseason, they went all in, put all of the chips in this one, traded Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo, got back Karl Anthony Towns. And for the Timberwolves, we knew it was a wrong deal. True. And immediately Cat showed us that it was the right deal for the New York Knicks. Balling out. He was even in MVP conversations at the start, averaging around 26 points per game. And it was massive for them. But look, the New York Knicks making that trade, they showed the whole world that they were going all in. And for the Eastern Conference, if you go all in, there's one team to beat. This year, they became two teams to beat. But that one team to beat actually went on and won the NBA Finals. That's the Boston Celtics. So, first matchup, the Knicks take on the Boston Celtics. And we are like, oh, this year, the Knicks are good. The Celtics are good. We should see a good game in Boston and blowout. How? A 30-point loss. And we're like, okay, maybe they just came around together. Like, Cats joined the team. It hasn't been
First
long, so
the
they are trying to build chemistry and everything. Then they faced the Cleveland Cavaliers. That one was a much better game, but still, they should have won that game. In the Garden, they lost to Cleveland. Okay, cool. And now they miss the Celtics again. Just a couple of days ago. In the Garden, mind you, another blowout. This is unacceptable if you want to be a contender. I know the Celtics are good, but they cannot blow you outside that. And that's a game that Kristaps Porzingis isn't even playing.
But I feel for them, it's somewhat been an amazing season because you have two players in Kat and then Brunson being all stars this season, which is amazing because Karl Anthony Towns wasn't and he is this season. But there's always that it factor. And there are certain players who don't show up. Just like the Celtics game, you see Mikal Bridges wasn't able to defend Tatum once again.
And not just Mikal Bridges. Anybody that they switched to Tatum like was getting cooked.
And I feel like if they had OG would have been at par to defend Tatum. But you don't have excuses.
Mind you, OG played in that first game.
you don't have excuse. And maybe we could lean on Tibbs. Maybe Tibbs might be the problem. Maybe because this is an amazing squad. You have shooting. Because Mikal Bridges started the season not shooting well,
but
and now
progressively he's coming back to what we know he can be.
Just the corner threes have been amazing, and Karl Anthony Towns spectacular. Brunson, you already know. OG Anunoby, fine. He didn't have
to still the Josh Hart.
Maybe OG will have that postseason performance he had just like last season. But then this season has been okay. So this is a fine roster. But the problem is when they meet those big teams, supposedly big teams on the top two teams in the West or in the East, they are not up to par. What's the problem? Maybe it could be Tips. Maybe the style of play is not it. Because we've seen teams this season who sacked their coach, just like the Kings, and then now everything has been transformed for them. So maybe it could be Tips. I don't know.
But the thing is, they cannot do away with Tips right now because the record is actually good. They are telling the West guys, they are not having a bad season. We are not saying here that the Knicks are having a bad season. They will make the postseason. They will get past the first round, I believe. They can get to the second round. But where they want to get to is the Eastern Conference Finals. And when you go, I bet you it's one team they are going to be facing. The team in green. And mind you, the team in green this season, they have been shaky a little bit. They've actually lost games that we were expecting them to lose games. So going into that second game, especially, I was expecting, the Knicks should at least make this one a close game. Now, you could say, okay, Anunoby wasn't around. Okay, they don't have their traditional big man in Mitchell Robinson. But the whole season, we've known that Cat's paint defense has been zero. Like, he's literally not there. And in that first half against the Celtics, Paint's point, the Celtics led them like 24-12. That's how bad it was for the Knicks. Zero rim protection. If they are not able to solve this, going into the postseason, it's going to be hell. Because the teams that they are facing are going to be big teams. If they run into the Orlando Magic, they are a big team. Now, with Cleveland Cavaliers, of course, the guards are the guys who can score. But mind you, they've also gotten big. Getting Hunter, Mobley, and now Allen. they are also going big. So if Cat is not able to protect the paint, and if Mitchell Robinson doesn't come back and return to the Mitchell Robinson that we know, the Knicks are in serious trouble. Look, the record is good. We are not saying that the Knicks have had a bad season. 2 All-Stars. If you have 2 All-Stars on your team,
That's an amazing season.
you've done a great job. But where they want to get to, they are not doing enough, in my opinion. They actually play the Celtics in a couple of days' time. Hopefully, at least the game is close. But if they want to really restore hope to their fans and everybody who watches the Knicks, they've got to win that game.
They've really got to win it. And I think the next game against the Celtics is going to be that team, that game you are like, okay, maybe we need to pivot. Maybe this season is not our season.
It cannot.
It's not.
It has to be the season. You've put you've thrown all of the chips in this season. Like the performance that the Cavaliers are having this season, we actually expected it from the Knicks. To be honest with you, and the Cavs, I know they've lost themselves, but they actually won 1 game.
And the problem is with Cats, the defense, even the second and third or fourth string centers on the Celtics were having a game. We're having an amazing time.
The likes of Cornet
was having an amazing game. Nimes Keita was having an amazing game. Like, it shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be. And I think it's time the Knicks just sit up and then start, because everything has been amazing. Last season you were second when the season ended. When the season ended, this season you are third, because I understand the Cavs are beefed up and then they are first. But still, you need to. And if you are not able to beat the Celtics this season, in a regular season, there's no way in hell you are going to beat them in the playoffs.
The thing is, even if you beat them in the regular season, you could actually go on and lose to them in the playoffs. But the thing is, give us a close game. Tell us that, okay, you're ready to contend.
They are not ready.
That's the thing. Tell us that you're ready to contend. And this is the Celtics that didn't go full tilt against you, because if Porzingis is not there, I believe the Celtics are not full tilt. And when they do not go full tilt against you, at least it has to be a close game.
And you know the league is a copycat league. When one team wins, every team is trying to copy whatever they did. The next, if actually copy what the Celtics did, because they got
that big man who can space that
stretch big.
But the thing with Porzingis is he can actually protect his rim.
That's the difference. And we saw that problem with Kat, especially when he was on the team.
Because he couldn't handle that center position alone, so they went to get Gobert.
So Knicks just but their fans have been having an amazing, they're having the time of their life, because they're actually performing. But you know, the end goal is to win a championship. If all of this, Brunson reducing his salary, the amount of money you get just to give space to other players, bringing in big time play, if it doesn't amount to a championship, then it's a failed season.
What's the reason for doing this? And for all of the really good teams in the East, the Celtics, they'll take advantage of Kat. Even if they run into the backs, Giannis is going to cook. He's going to cook Carl Anthony Towns.
And I think Achua should go. Let Achua go. It's sad.
Oh, that's an interesting one. But that's that on the New York Knicks and their struggles against the big teams. In the whole season, I'll actually give them a B or a B plus, because they've actually done well. So we really need to see a good game against the Boston Celtics. They've also got the Cleveland Cavaliers coming up. If they can possibly put on a really good show, not even win, like really make the game a close game against those two teams, we can start being believers. But are you a believer? Let us know what you think in the chat for this one. That's how we wrap up this video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in our next one.